You talked about in your remarks, the fire department faces some challenges. One of those that you mentioned a couple times is morale, some rancor within the department. What are you doing to address that? What remains to be done?
Well, basically, I would just want to bring up the morale within the firehouse. Since they're there almost 24/7, 10 hours in a day, 14 hours a night, where I want them to formulate and be able to work together, which they do. But, when I was younger and I was on the fire department, we always cooked our meals together, which they do. We used to go to like a baseball game. Used to go on shopping trips with our wives, girlfriends, wherever it may be. We even go to different churches. I think that's very important. But it's funny when the bell hits, we have to respond to alarm. All that's forgotten, and we're almost like one. I really feel proud of today with the 45 new recruits that eventually it will cut back on the overtime and the manpower shortage, and also will give relief for some of these firefighters to spend more time with their families.
So, and what's the current status with that? What's the level the fire department is at now, and how many are we understaffed?
There's roughly about 122 positions that are vacant due to these recent retirements. With this 45 coming on, we're going to drop that to some degree, not totally. But you're always going to have overtime, just that we're trying to cut back on it. They should be getting out probably, I'm going to say near the end of October, and then we'll be looking to put another class right in, because we're in the process of now starting to review applicants again and trying to select a class, so we'll be ready to go in November.
And that'll be a class of 45 also?
We're hoping for 45, yes. It depends on what the budget constraints are, but right now we're looking at maybe 45. And then we plan on doing another class probably March of 2015, and then the list would expire.
So, and what's the most interesting new idea that you're going to be trying as chief? What's your most interesting project that you got in the works?
I want to fix up these firehouses. They need a repair. They haven't been fixed in about 30 years. And they're at a point where they're starting to fall down. It's almost the same way the schools were, give or take a few years ago, where Dr. Mayo came about and had a program with Mayor Stefano to try to either rebuild or renovate the schools. And that's what I'm looking to do, all 10 firehouses.
And is that the biggest challenge facing the department, or what would be the biggest challenge?
Well, that's a combination, because after that comes morale. Off that becomes basically, I want to go green if I can. Okay, I'm looking to put solar panels on a lot of the buildings themselves. Mike Carter has been helping me with that. That's one of the challenges that I have right now. And getting the firefighters' uniforms, we call these Class A uniforms, because a lot of them either they outgrew them, or some of them, a hat might have been lost, or a device might have been lost. So I want to do basically an overall inventory of everybody and see what they need.
And that sort of stuff will help with morale. New uniforms, new stations,
right,
people start to
manpower, bringing people back on. Also what I want to do is basically go around and talk to all the firefighters from different times. I started and I stopped because I had other things I had to do, but I really want to get around, start talking to all the firefighters, see what their needs are and how I'm going to address them.